roughly talk about the ROG Ally X and what we'll be expecting. Let's get into it. I'm holding the ROG Ally OG right now. I'm still using it. You know, it's amazing. It's a wonderful machine. It has its issues, which I've also, you know, provided information regarding the issues I've had with the ROG Ally OG. But it's also a good device. It's good. It's all around good. Well, there are features that stays the same on the ROG Ally OG and the ROG Ally X. There are internal changes that will be made on the ROG Ally X, and both internal and external changes that I think are significant that are not on the ROG Ally OG that will be made on the ROG Ally X. Features that stays the same on the ROG Ally OG and the ROG Ally X is number one, the processor is still the same AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme, no difference there. Number two, the brightness still 500 nits, no difference, no change there. Refresh rate is the same 120 Hz, no change there. The response time is also the same 7 ms, 7 millisecond, no change there. If these significant features have not been changed, then what is unique about the ROG Ally X? Well, just hold on. First, let's talk about the external changes, the most obvious changes. Well, the first is the color. The ROG Ally X will not be coming in white like the ROG Ally OG. It will be coming in black, and yeah, black. They made the best to look like me, you know, innit? But scratch that. It'll be coming in black, and I think for obvious reasons. So when you get to the market and you want to pick any of this device, I'm very sure that the OG will still be on the market at the time of the release for the ROG Ally X. So you know the difference. You know what you're getting when you see the black, you see the white, you know, right? The white is the ROG Ally OG, the original, and then the X is the new version. So you can't tell the difference when you get to the market and you want to purchase one of these. Grips are now more curvier. With the ROG Ally OG, you have a kind of Cybertruck kind of design here. It's a bit, you know, box shaped. But with the ROG Ally X, you'll be getting a more curvier shape for the grip. So it will basically help with grip. I don't notice that because I have a casing, and the casing is a bit, you know, it gives me that firm kind of grip experience. Thirdly, the SD card, basically not just the SD card, every single port you see right here at the top of the ROG Ally OG will be changed completely. I think the reason for that is because those who purchased the original ROG Ally at first had some experience, basically bad experience with the memory card aspect or port of the ROG Ally OG. Some said theirs were basically breaking, some very extreme cases. I never had that. I think ASUS had already fixed that issue if I purchased mine, so I never had that experience. But a lot of initial first-timer purchasers, you know, pre-order, those who pre-ordered, first-timer purchasers had that experience. So for me, I never had. But I think that's the whole idea. Every single design here, every port here has been changed to ensure efficiency, to basically prevent such, you know, issue in the future. Hopefully it should prevent such issue. Another external change is the vents. You see the vents right here. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. The vents have basically been designed in the ROG Ally X to ensure more efficient and proper airflow around the ASUS ROG Ally X. You'll be getting at least 24% more air through the ROG Ally X, and a bit more cooler ROG Ally X when gaming, at least 6 degrees more cooler. So you're going to be having a device that is way more efficient when gaming. I think this one, sometimes it gets hot depending on the game and depending on the air conditioning in the room or in the space where you're playing the game. So, but I think maybe with the ROG Ally X, it will be a bit more cooler. Basically, depending on how the design is set to work, we will see, you know. I mean, these things are sometimes dynamic. These are experiences you can't be so sure about. So we'll see about that. The USB has also been changed. You have 2 USB ports now in the ROG Ally X. The first USB will be obviously for charging, and the second USB will be for external GPUs. Why it is designed to be a USB is because it will allow for third-party GPUs, which is fantastic. I mean, some of these GPUs are very expensive. I mean, I was trying to get one when I got the ROG Ally OG, and when I saw the price, I was like, no, I'm not. Let me just continue using my OG, because especially the ones designed with this port, this exact port, some of them are very expensive. Even the ones designed by ASUS, they're also expensive. But with the ROG Ally X, you probably have this opportunity to basically get any third-party GPU, external GPU, that you can basically connect to the ROG Ally, to the ROG Ally X and have a boosted gaming performance. I mean, that would be a good, that's a good change, and that'll be good. That's nice, ASUS. Shout out. Basically, all that is changed, and we have the D-pads and the triggers, the analogs. They've also been enhanced. Their reactions and the basically engagement experience has also been enhanced. So you're basically getting a full-blown change and enhanced experience with the buttons, which I think for someone like me I basically use controllers most of the time. I think 80% of the time. So I rarely use these buttons. And in my head and in my future kind of thinking, I believe a time will come when they will basically remove all this. Like literally, all these buttons will be removed. It will be a full-blown screen with integrated touchpad. So these things are going to basically be a kind of touch kind of system. That is just me thinking, like, because I hardly use them anyway. I have a good controller and the DualSense, and it's okay. It's just all right. Now let's move to the interesting aspect, the internal changes that have been made to give you a better performance with the ROG Ally X. The internal changes, first off, the first internal change, and I think very important internal change that have been made on the ROG Ally X is more storage capacity. So the ROG Ally OG came with 512 gigabytes base storage. However, the ROG Ally X will be coming with a 1 terabyte base storage. I mean, that is for those who literally store their games, like they like downloading multiple games in their device. They'll love that feature. That you can just basically download your whole library. Literally just download your whole library and just engage. Secondly, the ASUS ROG Ally X will be coming with the ultimate 2280 M2 style SSD. The 1 terabyte SSD that comes with the ROG Ally X is already high enough. It's good enough, but you can actually take that out and put in an 8 terabyte SSD. Okay, for those who love storing games, this will be the most important and most propelling desire for them to get the ROG Ally X for sure. The RAM has also been increased. The ROG Ally OG came with a 16 gig RAM. The ROG Ally X will be coming with 24 gig RAM. That means faster games, more smoother games. I can't even wait playing God of War Ragnarok. Yeah, like I can't wait playing God of War Ragnarok on the ROG Ally X. It will be fun. It will really be fun. The battery has also been increased from 40 watts that came with the ROG Ally OG to 80 watts. So longer gaming time for those who like to just take their gadgets maybe when they are traveling, they're on a trip, on a train, on a plane, whichever means of transportation. You can now literally have a longer gaming time with your device. And well, obviously depending on the game you're playing, the more demanding the game, the more it will basically drain your battery and all that. So but we know that's also significant for those of us who have a Steam Deck, and we can sometimes experience that longer battery gaming time. I think this is also good. Those are basically the most significant internal changes that we made on the ROG Ally X. Probably there'll be more. Probably as we engage with it more, we'll probably see more that probably has not been highlighted in this video. But yeah, those are the changes. So we're talking about both internal and external changes, and all around rebranding basically. So that's nice. That's really nice. One of the obvious disadvantages that since with all these changes incorporated in the ROG Ally X, it will be the weight has also increased a bit, but not significant as much. It's just 70 gram increase. So I don't think I'll feel it as much. For those of us who have had the Steam Deck, we know what heavy seem like. So I think to me it will still be okay to use. Secondly, and most importantly, the price tag, which is $700, $799, which is like $800, 800 pounds. I think the price tag, well, we're already used to that. It's just when the ROG Ally OG came out, it was also as expensive. But I think over time, the market also, over time, the market will influence this and determine the value of the ROG Ally X. And sometimes it's much more affordable at that point. So I don't think we should be worried about the price tag. For those, first timers and those who are, those initial purchasers, well, that's what you have to pay to get it. Is the price worth it? Well, since you're already used to ASUS, basically, even when this came out with that expensive, whether it's worth it or not, over time we'll find out, because the market will basically determine that. So is it worth it? Is it not? Well, it's very subjective. Will I be getting one? Not yet. I'm still using the ROG OG, and I'm still getting to, expand on my experience with it. I'm still growing on my experience with it. So I think maybe in the future I probably will get the ROG X, just basically because of the God of War Ragnarok. I would love to play it on the ROG X. But for now, I'm cool with mine. If you will be getting ROG X, let me know in the comment section of the video. Thank you to all my subscribers. We are growing, but we are growing slow. It's all right. When you have over 15,000 views and your subscribers are still you ghost watchers, I can see you. You ghost watchers, I see you. Anyway, stay safe, stay wise, and stay liquid. See you guys the next time. Peace.